Why do white people worry so much about being tan? Some of you look like Fanta.
What up, dummy? Have you ever had a question you wanted to ask the opposite race but you were too nervous to ask?
I'm Turner Sparks.
And I'm Phil Duckett.
And this is Black and White Advice.
Where we answer all your questions about race, even the scary ones.
This is Black and White Advice.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message, cause they're up to the task. They're rolling the dice, they ain't always nice, but you can't think twice when giving black and white advice. Black and white advice.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Turner Sparks.
The real deal, Phil the thrill. What's going on?
What is up? We got Joe the Muscle Russell on the ones and twos. How you doing, Joe?
What's
Big
up,
Lou.
folks?
That's your nickname. I don't give a fuck.
Fine.
Big Lou.
Look at now that he's doing dry January. There's no energy coming
he's
from
a
back
bitch.
there.
No, let me tell you something. Y'all have let me down on every home front today. I've been drinking liquor by myself, and it is what it is. I know y'all do dry January because you think it's going to help your life, but y'all were funnier when you were drunk.
Phil, I've been going so hard since Thanksgiving.
I was with you for half of those times. By the way, great Christmas party.
Oh, thank you so
Loved
much.
it. Fantastic. It's always the best Christmas
Every
party.
type of cheese. The only thing that I would like to critique is I don't ever want to show up to your house again and it be 9 children under the age of 8.
They were supposed to come early and leave, and then they stuck around.
I wasn't even comfortable doing my narcotics there.
they did leave after an hour.
They did.
I came late.
I smoked my weed on the porch. I didn't give a fuck.
I said that to my wife. I'm like, they are gonna leave
Right.
early. She's like, oh yeah, they'll be out before the party even starts.
I get there at 8:30. They're like, "Hi, what's your name?" I was like, "Move, little."
I miss these kids. I don't remember them.
Oh, they must have just left. There's children there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I missed him. That's Joe Russell on the ones and twos. He'll be back later with your white lies and dark truths, our fact-checking segment of the show.
And don't forget this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember it this time.
So we go off the cuff for the next 45 minutes, and we don't think about what's true and what's false.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't need fact check. Joe just does it for fun. Most of my shit is true.
And Phil comes in with the hammer at the very end and tells us that everything we said was a lie. So that's later on. And then we also got your black and white advice questions coming up in a minute. But right now, we got our guest, Ray Zawodni. Welcome to the show. Ray's got a new comedy special out. Available now on YouTube called Must Be Nice. Ray, how's it going?
Great, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Excited to have you here.
I'm a fan that is finally on the podcast.
Yes.
Man, I'm a fan.
Look at that.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time interviewer.
Full of shit. We only had 10 episodes out. Hell.
Well, I was there for Reel 1. I saw Reel 1, and I was like,
okay.
I was like, I'm a real one who saw Reel 1.
Look at that.
I was like, I was like this. I texted him. We just said this before. I said, you guys got something good here, and this idea is great. In the wrong hands could go awry.
And you know what? And I think I'm glad you said that because it is definitely in the wrong hands.
Yeah,
now.
this is by far the wrongest of wrong
It's definitely
hands.
in the wrong hands now. But I'm glad you said that because I try not to I forget to tell you a lot of times. So people all the time come to me, they're like, "What a great idea that you and Turner had." And I was like, "It was Turner's. It's fine." I'll give white people credit when it's due. If he were going to take the credit from a black man like they normally do, I wouldn't have said nothing. But this white man came up with the idea, and he called my phone and said, "I need a." And,
That's what I said. I used those words. I gave the soft R though.
I need a real. And I was like, "Don't call me that, but I'll do it." You know what I mean? So
I knew you were the. I knew if we're gonna do this show, it had to be with Phil.
Oh man, I'm having a blast though. So we enjoying it. But Ray, talk to us.
I feel bad because I'm leaving you drink alone. I'm also doing the dry January, except.
Well, I have a question because I saw you at the New York Comedy Club Christmas party. We were all there, and you were telling me. I said, "Are you doing dry January?" And you said, "Yes, but I'm doing Pittsburgh dry January," which you said means you only drink light beer.
Yes.
All January, except if there's a Steelers playoff game.
Then
you
I'll
can
do liquor.
Drink whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I was leaning toward meth. When he
For
said
Pittsburgh dry January?
it's probably ice.
Oxys.
Yeah, I knew it was some type of fucking opioid.
So Oxys on Fridays and just light beer the rest of it. And a
Gotcha.
Steelers playoff game, I'm going to drink liquor.
By the way, I've been to Pittsburgh one time. I performed in Pittsburgh for the first time. I was at this brewery, but I'd never been to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, contrary to popular belief, is a very beautiful city. You drive through a mountain. You drive through a literal mountain. Like, it was a mountain, and I was like, why are we getting toward this rock face? 2 tunnels straight through the mountain. You get through the mountain, Pittsburgh on the water, Steelers Stadium right there on the water, Pirates Stadium right on the water. I was like, oh shit.
2 rivers or 3?
3 rivers.
3 rivers.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was 3.
I only know that from the stadium.
They
but
all
Three Rivers
merge. They
Stadium.
all merge together right in that point where you come out of those tunnels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was sick. I was like, Pittsburgh low key kind of popping.
And then you got ketchup, right?
We're
Heinz?
famous. Yeah,
Heinz
Heinz
family from
ketchup.
there?
To the point where like I won't eat other ketchup.
You're
You're like people that live in Atlanta only drink Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Like my people from Atlanta, they only drink Coca-Cola. Matter of fact, when I was like, get me a Pepsi, it was like, I always knew you was a sweet ass nigga. And I was like, Pepsi's better.
That's what we say when somebody orders Hunt's ketchup.
Oh, Hunt's.
Hunt's.
Yeah.
Hunt's is awful.
Yeah.
Hunt's is awful.
Hunt's or like French's or something, or like and then there's people that here's the thing. I wish I could say that I like when it's in like the bottle that doesn't have a label. I wish I could say I taste it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think
You don't
I don't
really
think I have that. I don't think my palate's about that. But it's there are people that are like, no, I'm not fucking. With
I will
that.
tell.
can
I'm one of those
taste it."
people. I can taste it.
You think so?
Any other ketchup tastes too sugary. Tastes very sweet, like a plum almost. And then Heinz, it's just ketchup.
I would never turn my back on Heinz because as a kid, they was the first people to bring out green ketchup when Shrek dropped. And
That
I
was
I was like,
big.
yo, these people are next level.
I remember that.
Very controversial in Pittsburgh.
The
green-
Very,
ketchup?
oh, it was.
What about purple? Do you remember purple ketchup?
They
Heinz
did like
did that
purple. They did like every color, and I
So y'all
remember.
care about the color, not the brand? That's like cherry Coke. They're like, that ain't real Coke. I'm like, it's still Coca-Cola.
They people were pissed. It was like that
love
that
that
took
people
up
were
that took up more of the news in Pittsburgh than like a fucking murder. They were like, they were like somebody got
a murder
murdered
in
in
Pittsburgh? Big
McKeesport.
deal.
Now a 20-minute segment about this fucking green ketchup we got here.
Meanwhile, I was like so innovative. These are just great people.
I remember seeing it when I came back to the United States after being gone for 12 years. I was in China for 12 years, and ketchup is hard to come by in general out there in Asia. And
What?
I mean,
They
you
don't
can-
got French fries.
it's only in the foreign foods aisle, aisle, right?
It's like our soy
Hilarious.
sauce.
And if you can get, it's like our soy sauce. And if you can get Heinz, you're in luck. But normally it's Hunt's or whatever the other ones are, right? And so then I come back, and not only do they have ketchup in America, but they got green, they got purple. I'm like, I'm home, baby. You can do any color you want of ketchup. It felt like an
Fucking-
embarrassment of riches
It tastes the same. It's
coming
just
back to
food
the
color.
United States of America.
We're winning. No, that's ridiculous. So wait, Ray. So how long you been living in New York?
5 years. I've been here 5 years.
Oh, but you right there at that time. And
Yeah.
It's either shit or get off the pot.
I know, right?
How you feeling about the city?
He's taking
You
a
adapting?
shit. He's doing a special.
I'm shitting. Yeah, I'm
look
shitting.
at-
I'm shitting all
Looks
over.
like you
dude.
got a little
Yeah.
diarrhea.
That's shitting all over New York.
Stomach a little fucking hungry.
It is fucking way different though. Like I mean, like it's like I still get like like now like being here 5 years, I get pissed about things in Pittsburgh, like how fucking slow it is all the time. I don't know if when you go back home you experience that.
That's every time I go home. I always get when I get up here, I get just cabin fever. Like I get that lock in. Like, dude, I got to see some trees and see some. And then I'm here for 6-7 months with nothing. Then I finally go home, and then I'm there, and within 48 hours, I'm like, so you mean to tell me everything closes at midnight?
Yeah.
Everything. I can't eat. Oh yeah, and that's when I'm like, I gotta get back.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm not like totally happy in either place.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is.
There's always that moment when you're in line at a coffee shop and the person in front of you back home, they get to the front of the line and they go, well, what's good here? What would you recommend?
As if you don't come here for the last
And
10
you're
years.
like, you got to have your order locked and loaded. You go up, you order, you get out of the way.
In New York.
And in New York, but not anywhere else.
Everybody takes their
So,
time.
yeah,
everywhere
they
else.
sit there and they're tapping the thing and they're like Elaine with the soup Nazi.
yeah.
And they go, well, I don't know. I kind of let me call my husband.
Can I get a sample?
And then you're like, I got to get out of here. I got to go back to New York City.
Oh, that's
I don't like the after talk. They'll get their shit and they're still talking.
Yeah. How's the kid? How's
Yeah.
the baby? Yeah. You're like, he's still autistic. Let's move it along.
I can't believe these were 2 for $5. That's just I'm like, yes, fuck, get it, go.
So I want to ask you about the name of the special, Must Be Nice. Must Be Nice to me is the quintessential blue collar phrase.
That's where it comes from. It's a pit. I always said that Pittsburgh was just a bunch of like dudes trying to out blue collar each other.
Yeah.
So like if you said something that was like cool that was going on in your life that you were excited about, like to your buddy, you'd be like, dude, yeah, we're actually we're going up to Lake Erie for the weekend. And it's like, must be nice. I gotta work. It's like, dude, not everything is about you.
It's the most negative. It's a way to just ruin someone's good time.
It's like the Southern bless your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it can mean multiple things.
Yeah.
It's like so backhanded. You know, it's just that.
Must
be nice.
Look what we got here.
Mr. Moneybags going to Erie.
King of England just arrived.
I'm taking off work at 3 today, and they're like, "Oh, what are you working? Banker's hours. Must be nice." Oh.
So what do they, when you go back, what do they think of your comedy career?
Oh, they call you Hollywood.
I wish that they
That's
did.
all I get.
Nobody really totally respects it. I think they still think that I'm like here, like at college, you know?
Okay.
Like,
They go, you still doing that comedy thing?
oh, dude, I did like a headline show there that I'm like really excited about. And then people, like my aunt is like calling me like, "Hey, I'm at the box office and they're saying I need all 5 people here." I was like, I don't work at the fucking box office.
While you're about to go on stage?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Literally
it's like-
right before you go. That's
crazy.
my family anytime
Yeah.
I'm down south. Hey, your cousin decided to come. She's like, "Phil, can you get her a ticket?" I'm like, they're literally about to call me up. No, I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? Yeah,
Before you go on stage, just my waiter, I think he's overcharging me. Can you come down
that's
here?
literally what it is, man. Like, no, but the home, they here's the thing. What I have noticed when I first started comedy, it was like I felt like a joke. Like they did not take me serious. You know, now comedy has progressed, and they are my biggest fans, of course, because they can tell I have something to show, proof of work. Oh, you got to check out my. But prior to this, I tell everybody, being a unknown comic is the same as being that cousin in your family. Is like, check out my new mixtape. Like, oh, you're rapping. Yeah, it takes a lot to get them on. But once they're on board, they're the biggest fans you got. But to get them on board is some of the hardest shit you ever got to do.
It is really hard. Yeah. And I think that there's certain things that you need to do for them to perceive you as successful that we don't necessarily like think like you could be the brokest dude in the world, not making any money at this, but you do one Tonight Show. Everybody in my family's like, he's fucking famous.
That's the Tonight Show.
Yeah, you get paid $500.
I'll
like that.
take you
Yeah.
even less than that because the Tonight Show is a legit credit.
Sure.
My anything that my mom can show to people at church with pride puts me on a different level.
Yes.
So I do the Drew Barrymore show. I'm not
Oh.
even fucking doing comedy. It was Color of the Year, and I was modeling an outfit that my old co-host got.
Wait,
wow.
what was going on?
The Drew Barrymore show had the Color of the Year.
How did they pick you?
So
There's just
Drew
so many
Barrymore was
words
like,
I didn't
you know,
get.
well,
we
other
need
than the fact that I'm
Phil
extremely
Duckett.
handsome. Let's just start with the basics. I'm extremely good looking.
Have they seen you on this podcast?
No, this is years before. I was still doing my old podcast with Rachel.
Okay.
Rachel does a lot of extra work and TV work. She had gotten a gig for the Drew Barrymore show. She was like, but I need a partner. She was like, so I'm bringing you. So it was the Pantone Color of the Year.
What does that mean?
It was
Color
like
of the year.
They had like pick a color that is
Like
the
blue
color.
is the color
Yeah.
of 2024.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
periwinkle at the time.
Oh,
so they
great.
dressed me in
You'd
an
look
outfit.
great in
I do look
periwinkle.
I actually
Yeah.
look phenomenal in periwinkle.
Figured.
It actually it accentuates my eyes. But so I was in it, and so Drew, her stylist, dressed me in this outfit, and then she asked me a question. This is my first time on major television, and so I answered the question. But there was what I didn't know is I'm used to camera.
Yeah.
It was 9 fucking cameras. So I was like, and my mom's like, "You look so nervous." I was like, "It was 9 cameras." And then she saw me in my outfit. She was like, "You're cute." She was like, "Take it off," and the crowd was like, "Take it off."
No way.
So I tried to take it off, but I forgot my microphone was attached, and I was like, "Oh," and I got stuck. And man,
What? Drew Barrymore?
yeah. My mom's friend, she was like, "I saw you on
Did
the
they
Drew Barrymore
not?
show."
There's no red light on one of them to know it's on?
They said it quickly. They're like, "Hey," they're looking for the one with the red light. But again, first time on camera, it's a live studio audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. So they say that, and then I was like, okay, the red light, which isn't a problem. I look up, it's 9 cameras, and so I'm looking for the red light, but it made me look like, and I was just like there, and she was like, "Take it off." So I was like,
Take it
trying
off. That's all your mom needed.
No. So I'm taking it off. Forget my mic is on me, so I'm like struggling. So then I get it off, but the way the sleeve was cuffed, my arm got stuck. And I didn't want to look like an asshole, so I just ripped my arm out on TV because I was literally about to have the clothes just dangling on my wrist.
Yeah.
So not to embarrass myself, I just ripped it off. And they were like, "Oh, nice." And I was like, I ruined this whole.
Did you go bare chest?
No, it was. I still had a periwinkle.
Did they invite you back for the next year Color of the Year?
Never heard from them.
Can I give you mine?
Yeah.
Similar. I've been in New York like 4 months. And Andrew Heaton, the guy we were just on his show, Andrew Heaton show. At that time, he was writing on Kennedy, a TV show on Fox Business, hosted by Kennedy. She used to be like an MTV VJ in the 90s.
That Kennedy. I was like, one of the Kennedys.
Not one of the
Oh
Kennedys.
yeah, I was thinking.
MTV VJ Kennedy. And then she became a libertarian TV host on Fox Business. He's writing on the show. I don't know him at all. He sees me do stand-up, asked me to come be on the show. So I've been in the U.S. like 3 months. I go on the Kennedy show on Fox Business. Talk about your parents. Now you're a success.
Yeah.
I didn't get paid anything to be on it. They did send a car to come bring me. I go on the Kennedy show. I bomb. They're bringing up all these.
You did stand up?
No, it's like a panel.
Okay.
And
So you can't bomb on a panel.
they had to cut certain things I said.
Hey, you don't even cuss.
It didn't.
You don't even cuss.
It didn't make sense what I was saying because they go, "Oh, I remember." They go, "What do you?" It was me, Meghan McCain, John McCain's daughter. Yeah, I didn't know who she was, but Meghan McCain, and then some guy who writes for like some super right wing newspaper in Washington D.C. And the first
Rush
question,
Limbaugh.
basically the Rush Limbaugh like Jr. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. And she goes, "You don't have a rush? I thought everyone had a rush."
Yeah, we know.
And so then the Kennedy lady she goes, "All right, it's all rapid fire, and it's like you're in for like 6 minutes or something." And she's like, "Give me your thoughts on Pizzagate." Do you remember what that was?
I
Yeah.
remember hearing about it, but I have no idea.
There's like pedophiles in the basement of a pizza shop.
In Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And then a guy goes in the basement and shoots.
2 weeks in a row we touched the pedophile shit.
And a guy goes into the store. There is no basement. So he's like, "I want to see the basement." And they go, "There is no basement here." And he goes, "That's it. You're lying." And he shoots everyone and kills them. I
that
didn't
really
know.
happened
Apparently.
in Pizzagate.
Yeah, that's a QAnon thing, wasn't it? Pizza
Yes.
Gate?
There was QAnon. I didn't know.
QAnon's
And
always trying to find like saying pedophiles are places.
all
that they're
I'd
not.
heard was pedophile. I didn't know the shooting part. So I started doing jokes about, "Oh yeah, it must have been great pizza. If a pedophile's like, if the kids are all going there to eat the pizza, how good's the pizza?"
Look at my face. I'm like, could you make a worse answer?
I didn't know anyone died. They stopped the show.
Of course.
Meghan McCain is like, "What is this? Why am I on with this man?"
Right, my dad is not going to get reelected.
And
fucking with that.
literally, the producer, cut. What? Cut. And I'm like, "What's going on?" They go, "People died. You can't say this. We're on Fox News." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay." And so then
because Fox News has never done anything insensitive.
I know. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Exactly.
People died.
This is pre Gutfeld or
Did
whatever.
they finish the pizza? Like that?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Was it Joe's?
Oh my god.
Anyway, point is, I like a week later, I asked Andrew Heaton because he wrote on it. I was like, "Hey, do you think I could ever go on that show again?" He's like, "Absolutely not."
So thank you to Heaton for letting us do his podcast because I didn't know he already
He
had that
liked
relationship.
me, but yeah, the show hated
He's
me.
like, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Probably for the best. I don't think.
I wanted to ask you. So you
Yeah.
went to a mostly black high school, is that right?
Yeah, all through school. Yeah. It was pretty mixed, but it was like 60-40 black to white.
That's pretty.
That's pretty actually even.
Mostly black.
Mostly black, yeah.
Okay. And then how did that go?
I mean, it was great for comedy now as an adult. You know what I mean? I always said that there's no I would always see like the celebrity roast when that shit was huge, but like there's no better roast than like
a lunchroom cafeteria
with
all
5 black
people.
teenagers.
I'm telling you, it is the most vicious, funniest shit you've ever heard. And the thing is, and they nice.
And everything from your hairline down to your shoes, and those are like the most made fun of things. Those two things.
And don't let them know you personally. Now they're gonna get into your crackhead aunt. Yeah, real shit though. There is no holding back on that shit. Real. Let me tell you, I never planned on being a comedian. My entire life. It was a career I fell into. I always have been funny. I've always enjoyed watching comedy, but never in my life did I ever think that I could be a comedian. You know what I mean? And the reason I always felt that way is because in high school, I got picked on so much. And so every time I would go into the lunch cafeteria, I always know it's like this. I mean, they're going to torch you today. Because my parents were very successful and stuff, but my parents weren't hip. You know what I mean? My dad would buy me K-Swiss and Team Jordans. Not retro Jordan, Team Jordans. They call them the Mexican Jordans, the 6 rings and the shit like that. Black people. So my parents were like, Jordan is Jordan. Does not got a jump man on the logo? That's a Jordan. I'm like, there is a line though, buddy.
Bro.
And if it ain't retros, you can't. When you 40, you can wear Team Jordans. As a teenage black kid coming up, If they ain't retros, you're going to get roasted, and it never failed.
Did you have the 4-stripe Adidas? Did you see those people that had the
Those
4-stripe
are fake.
Adidas?
Those are fake shoes.
Yeah.
I always had legit brands. 4-stripe Adidas are the ones you get at the gas station in fucking South Carolina or New Jersey.
I've seen kids switch schools over fucking 4-stripe Adidas.
I switched schools.
But that was the problem because it wasn't like if you were wearing something that was like getting roasted, like you didn't really hit. You were like 9, 10.
You have no control
I had
over
no
what
control.
you're wearing. They were roasting your parents, but you don't realize that because it's a reflection of me, and they hate me because my
Yeah.
parents hate me. That's how you go. My parents clearly don't love me because I asked them for the Jordan 4s, and you came in here with these 6-ring bullshit ass Jordans. You know what I mean? Like it is a tough thing, but that's the thing. That's where you learn to get funny, because if you can battle in there,
Yeah.
baby. There ain't a comedy club in this world.
That's where I learned.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember like getting ready for school. Like, remember when you'd have like a shirt or like a haircut or shoes that you were like
So
hyped
ready.
about?
So ready.
But then like you get to school and you're like, fuck, this might have been a risk. And dude, I remember I got a fucking flat top haircut when I was in like the 7th grade. And I remember like I was like so hyped on this haircut. It was like my
Junior
brother's.
cop.
It looked like I thought it looked like fucking Fresh Prince or Vanilla Ice.
I done walked in. I was like, this fucking Ivan Drago over here.
Oh, bro! Right when I walked in, I remember this kid Larry looked up and he was like, "Yo!" Starts tapping everybody. Zawodni got a box,
Yeah.
and they fucking went off to me.
Let me tell you, when black people start tapping each other, you're cooked.
It's
Oh.
over.
You're cooked. You're cooked.
Just going. Oh my god! And it was like, and I mean, I still use a line from like a rip on me in like my stand up. It's on the album. Is somebody said I look like Jimmy Neutron with titties when I had like my hair like that? Fucking.
The
It was
tap is
ruthless.
like you have one in the chamber. You just want to gather
Yeah.
the crowd.
You want to reset the room. Hey. Now watch this.
When you see the tap, it's like when Joe Pesci realizes that he's about to get shot. When they take him in to make him, you're like, oh,
It's over.
the haircut's bad. Ah, no.
Just give it.
The tap makes your heart sing. You're like, oh, fuck.
All right. Well, we will be back in a minute, everybody, with your black and white advice, question and answers. And Ray, you're going to be perfect for this. You can come down on both sides of this. So that's it. We'll be back in a second.
Hey, you want to get bonus content, early episodes, and have your questions answered on the show?
Well, then subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/blackandwhiteadvice and subscribe right now.
Do it, and we'll give you a shout out on a future episode.
And I might call you the N-word.
All right. We're back, everybody. Question 1. This is from Trey in Baltimore. Trey says, why do white people worry so much about being tan? Some of you look like Fanta.
What up, dummy? That's
So-
how they say it in Baltimore. Stupid.
I got the answer to this. Why do white people want to be tan? I mean, I know the real answer.
I know my answer.
I know the real
Go
answer,
ahead.
too.
Because like tan fat looks thinner than white fat.
That's one
Like
way
pale
to go
fat.
with
Like,
it.
have you ever seen a fucking like a Samoan or like a fat black
look
dudes
good.
look good.
Yeah.
It looks like tighter or something. It looks thinner. This I look like it's like cottage cheese type of vibe.
Yeah.
with a
you're
fat
right.
white.
Yeah.
You think the cottage cheese will look less if you were darker?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I agree.
it would just look curdled.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's something about the like black slimming.
I like the Samoan thing's true though.
First of all, black is slimming is crazy because y'all don't get black enough to slim. We're talking about pure black. Brown does not slim you.
Well, then let's go Samoan. I could get about as tan as maybe The Rock.
black
a light
fat
rock.
guys.
You think you can get that dark?
I get pretty dark.
Really?
After like
You can
after
go
like
The Rock?
After a lot of like
That's what I'm like. You can go
Oh,
rock.
that's cancer. That's straight up cancer if you go that dark.
after a lot of
That's
like
skin
pink
cancer.
sunburn, I get like the red sunburn, and then it kind of develops into like I'm like a week. I get like a week of like like The Rock.
It's a double-edged sword though, because there's nothing worse than a fat white guy with a sunburn. But once you break through to fat white
Yes.
guy with tan, now we're cooking.
See, I mean, I guess I agree with that. I mean, I have a different answer, but
That's the scale of fat. How bad and good it looks is it's red to black. So like the red and then white
you
and
missing
then
a key
tan.
level, fam.
Samoan's good too.
It's
You
a
got
good level.
red, then you
NFL
got black, and then you got right in the middle that Florida, where them white people look like leather.
Oh, you like that?
No, I'm saying that looks awful, but that is a form of tan. But that's what I'm saying. You got red from the sunburn, where it's like, and I'm gonna get a little darker after the red leaves. Or you got people who tan so much their body doesn't get sunburn anymore, and the skin turns to lead. Like every 40-year-old in Florida that I've seen that stays in the sun, their skin is so tough.
That's what I want. I'd rather that than this shit.
What about? But also, a lot of them have like a belly tattoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that says like the name of their crew.
They're always like fat and skinny in the wrong places there too. They
But
got
some
like a
people
belly.
some of those. I know. Okay, do you remember Sublime? They were fat guys who never wore shirts, but they were just super tan,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
women loved them.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
it's a way to rock it.
But it
The
doesn't
tan
matter.
kinda
If you're
hides
tan. If
the
you got a
rules.
guitar, if you got a guitar in your hand, they're gonna like
That's
you.
true.
That ain't,
Maybe
don't
that
play
has
that
a guitar loses 20 pounds on anybody.
You can play guitar, you in it.
I know the real answer to this.
I disagree. My real answer.
I haven't even said my real answer. What are you disagreeing with?
Well, I'm gonna just say I don't.
What are you
I'm gonna say I don't
disagreeing
agree with it. Whatever you're gonna say, I don't agree with.
All right, give your answer, then I'll give mine. Go ahead.
Black culture runs the world. We are the trendsetters. We are the hippiest. We are the motherfuckers who set the tone. Everybody in the world wants to be black till it's time to be black. That's my answer. You even got people. I watch it on TikTok. You got Asians now putting dreads in their head and making their hair nappy so they can twist it up so they can look like rappers. That is what it is. Darker. Every culture in the world, the lighter you are, the more you're respected when it comes to money. And then like in China,
Except white people.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Except white people. So if I can darken my skin up to make me look cooler, I'm gonna do that because I know white has such a bad,
Currently connotation.
but not even currently. It's always been bad to most people. But yeah, as of late,
It was pretty good for a long time.
for y'all.
Yeah, we were
Nobody else viewed white.
Things
as
were
great.
we had a run.
We had a pretty good run.
The colonizers
it's
had a
over.
run. Who
We had a
knew?
good run.
Who knew?
It's over now, but we had a
Yeah,
run.
for the first fucking 1,000 years. You had
Now
a run.
everybody's trying to jump ship.
right, and now it's like I could be a little darker.
All right.
What's your answer?
Here's the real answer. This is the real answer.
We had 3 different answers.
It's that so that it used to be that it's the more currently the more tan you are, the more you proves you're rich. It proves that you can go on vacation.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. And so if you're like in Asia, right? People want to be more white skinned because if you're darker skinned, it means you work in the fields. And so if you're white skinned, it means you work in an office.
Easy.
In Asia, in 1860s. And so easy, stay with me.
Easy.
Stay with me. This is like when you're
Y'all a field nigga.
you're riding the edge of the crowd.
Turner.
Just hang on.
Hey man,
Let me
I got
finish.
a point. I swear.
Let me finish.
Turner, you should have just co-signed on my fat answer.
Let me
What are you
finish.
doing here?
So now, if you're white, if you're seen as like pale, it means you're poor. Like you have to be inside all day working. And if you're rich enough, you have time to go on money to go on vacation.
I
and get a
actually
tan.
agree with that because the term redneck comes from that. Redneck came. People think redneck is racist, and a lot they normally are. But the actual term redneck came from back in the day. People don't realize every white person didn't own slaves. You know what I mean? Slaves are very expensive.
Yeah,
Think about
only
it. The people that own slaves were your Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah,
So
the
you
rich
don't realize
people.
they were the richest. There were poor white people, just like there always have been. Poor white people worked in the fields with black people.
Yes.
So they called them rednecks because the sun would beat their neck up so bad that it would get sunburned. It was red.
Yeah.
So that's why they called them the rednecks. They still got treated better than black folk, but they was poor white people. So I think, like you said, it has transitioned into tan was a bad thing at one point because that means you couldn't shelter yourself and have a life.
You had to
of
work
leisure.
outside.
Yeah,
work
rich
outside.
people. That's why rich people were super pale.
Yeah,
back then.
because it showed they had to do no work. And now
Yeah.
that we've changed this dynamic, the rich people don't have to go to work. They can spend time in the sun, and sun is leisure.
Yes.
So okay.
Your 2 answers are probably more right than mine. I will give you that, but I will say, see me come July or August, you'll think I lost 30 pounds.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll take my shirt off and
I
everything.
want to see Slender Ray.
Me too. You and me both. I've been looking for that motherfucker for 15 years.
All right, next question.
Hold on. What is your? I'm
Go ahead.
What
go
is
ahead.
your ideal playing weight? Playing weight meaning what's your best size? What do you think you weigh?
I'd like to be like 230.
Damn, nigga, what I weigh now? You ain't what you you in the 300s?
No, not in the 300s,
okay.
but I'm not far off,
That
baby.
boy, come on, be a
That's
big
what
dog.
that's why I'm going. That's you think I should just go like professionally fat?
I'm talking like embrace it. We
Professionally fat?
Hey, we need a dog. You need to be a dog. I don't need no more meow.
Yokozuna.
Yeah, be a dog.
Dave Bennett.
Yeah.
Classic.
Who's there is a level of extreme fat where you get
600-pound life.
no.
Yeah.
In comedy, it becomes a thing. You know what I mean?
I think
Like,
the
you're
funniest black comedians are all overweight. They were. We've kind of changed that because like Mike Epps, Deion Cole, but Patrice and
I think Patrice though
Earthquake.
is one of the only fats that's really referred to as an overall goat. When you think of like the best comics of all time,
he's the only one that's. And here's the thing. I don't even know if you're a comedian, you call him a goat. Regular people don't call Patrice a goat
That's
'cause
true.
they don't know him.
but regular people they don't ever choose a fat.
Do you remember John Panette?
Yeah, but
He was really funny.
he was fat.
He was extremely.
he must
but
be-
he was.
is he
He's
dead?
known as a. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he was known. He wasn't a goat, but he was known as a really good comic, as
True.
a big time fat guy.
But he was known as a really good fat. He was like almost a genre of being fat.
yeah, I guess that's true because a lot of fat jokes.
Is Fluffy considered fat?
I mean,
Yeah, that's his whole act,
definitely,
right?
motherfucker's
He's
definitely
considered
fat.
Fluffy. He calls himself not fat, I'm fluffy. That's like his whole
He
thing.
was the first comedian I ever saw wear jean shorts on stage, and it was accepted.
Okay, wait. We have a question about that.
Oh.
You didn't even know this.
No, why?
Next question. Kathy in San Mateo, California. I'm a Chinese American woman. My new boyfriend is white, and I just discovered a drawer full of jean shorts that he says, I'm not kidding, that he says he plans on wearing this summer. How do I stop this, and why do white guys wear jean shorts?
They're back, baby.
I knew Ray would have an
First
answer
of all,
for
let's
this.
not put it on white people. I know plenty of black people that wear jean shorts.
Really?
Not like y'all. Y'all wear Daisy Dukes, coochie cutters.
That's not
I used to wear the ones with the hem down to like past my knees and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking-
The big jean
yeah.
shorts. The Jankos.
Junko ain't had no cuff in the bottom. They was just big and they had big pockets. They were skateboarder jean shorts.
Yeah.
He just said there was.
I used
He
to
cuffed them.
I used to wear like fat form jean shorts and shit.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's a total different level of loser.
Yeah.
No, those were sick. So I had South.
Level of loser board.
A cuff in your jean shorts?
No, not a cut. I feel like all the like designer
cuffed 'em?
jean shorts.
Like fold it over and then.
No,
roll it
I just
up?
meant they were hemmed at the bottom. They weren't like cut.
Oh,
Yeah,
because they were too
yeah.
long, so you hemmed them.
No, I didn't hem
They
them.
came down.
You
I just
rolled them.
no. What I'm saying is I feel like some jean shorts are acceptable, and it's like usually it's like
think that's
it's like gay white dudes will wear like the fucking coochie cutters.
Cut where they just use scissors and come in the strings are hanging.
Yes.
Those are the jeans. No, I'm talking about real shorts, jean shorts that were made to be jeans.
Fucking jorts.
You're
Yeah,
talking
I used to wear
jeans
jorts.
that were made into shorts.
You were the real deal.
I wore jorts
Yeah.
that had the hem past my knee.
Okay, yeah. Well, most black people that wear jean shorts, they're not the cut ones; they're the hemmed ones.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I still see old heads wear that sometimes. It's still not really acceptable, but it's
It's not acceptable.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather see you struggling in a pair of cargo shorts than some jorts.
I wore them too long. I wore them like because there was a little while where jean shorts were acceptable.
They had a run.
They had a run.
Yeah.
Phil disagrees.
I still got a pair.
Yeah.
Do you?
Jean shorts. Depending on what type of day I'm having.
What is the thought behind? I never wore jean shorts.
You never were.
You're a Dockers and flip flops
I
type
am
of
a
white.
Dockers and flip flops.
We'll take jean shorts.
Yeah, I'm
over
a
that.
boat shoes guy.
Oh, spare me.
What did the? What was the thought? Like it's that jeans were too hot.
Yeah. And I still
you
like
like
that.
the- you
But
like
you
the
like denim.
fabric?
Yeah, it's for people that love denim in the summer. people that love denim and love being on boats.
And I think jean shorts are acceptable, and because honestly, I mean, rank them: jean shorts, khaki shorts, cargo shorts, which are still khakis.
I say khaki shorts are most acceptable.
Khaki shorts are
people
one.
wear khaki shorts.
That's white culture.
And then jean short.
Black dudes ain't wearing khaki shorts.
They're not wearing khakis.
I mean, they're khaki shorts.
Khaki
is
shorts.
is a totally different look. That is a frat boy boat.
It is a frat
I'm
boy.
wearing
boat.
it right now.
Yeah.
We know Turner.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the audience doesn't.
I'm letting you know. That's a normal thing.
I'm just
But
bragging.
black people, when it comes to shorts, number one, we're gonna wear basketball shorts. Chances are. But if it's a formal event, like when I say like kind of semi-formal, but you got a nice little polo with some kicks, jean shorts are totally acceptable.
to a formal event.
We're black.
Like a
we
wedding.
can wear anything. That's not. I said semi-formal.
Well,
Are you wearing shorts to a fucking wedding?
Oh,
in
you said
general?
formal.
Can I be honest?
Maybe
I
I've never-
think jean shorts transcend race. I think that's what's gonna bring us all together. This summer when I bring jean shorts back. When you
go.
see me and Phil
Skinny
fucking
Ray.
out and about
His are cuffed.
wearing
mine
jean
aren't.
shorts, mine are cuffed.
I'm like, this is my little bitch and Daisy Dukes.
So to answer Kathy's question, her question is, how do I stop my boyfriend from wearing these? I guess the answer is you can't.
What it is embrace his culture. If he's comfortable enough to wear them, let him fucking wear them. You already picked a loser. Fucking let him wear them.
Hey.
She already thinks that. That's why she's asking us.
That
I
is
guess
true.
that's
She already
right.
thinks
She's
he's a
asking.
loser.
Yeah.
How do I stop him?
She's discovered a drawer of
Embrace
loser.
him. You'd rather open up a drawer of loser than a drawer
Yeah.
of dildos. Like it's
You
like,
already have zero respect for this
Right,
man.
like, you
I
already-
mean, this
You're already
relationship's
asking
over.
us.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Yeah, let's be honest. Just accept him.
I might have some advice for her.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So this is how my mom gets rid of the clothes that my dad has that she hates. She'll take them and she'll sort of hide them in the back of the drawer, and then if enough time goes by and he doesn't ask where they are, she throws them out.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Your mom is like every mom in America. My mom, if there's not an answer quick enough for where do these go, they're in the trash.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just bought them. I just bought those.
You're like, you just gave them to me for Christmas.
Right,
Mom.
yeah. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, no, I get that. Moms throw shit away so quick.
Yeah, man. All right, we're moving on. This is one of my favorite questions ever. This is Marcus in Houston. He says, I'm a black guy in my 30s. I like white people.
What? What?
I don't believe him.
Like when you start like, I have black friends.
Let me read.
That is the I have black friends of black
It's the
people.
next sentence. He goes, I have a lot of white friends, but I don't understand why they get so excited about patio dining at restaurants.
Buddy, listen, you have spoke to my soul
Let me
today.
keep reading. He goes, whenever we have a group and the hostess gives us an option, I'm usually the only one who votes for indoor dining. I get stuck dining on those unstable, wobbly tables made of thin metal with holes on the surface. So if you spill a drink, it goes all over somebody's lap. So we spend the evening subject to bugs and weather and sometimes even bird poo, amongst other things, while sitting a dozen feet from a building that typically spent millions of dollars so that you would not have to endure any of these things. Why on earth do white people love eating outside, and how can I stop this?
Well, wow, what a well thought out thesis. I'm going to give you my answer, and since you're a brother, you're probably going to agree with me. White people love nature. And they love getting the scents of the world. They love hearing the birds chirp. They love smelling whatever. Black people, fuck that. I'm with you, bro. Don't never say. I ain't never picked outside. I don't give a fuck. It's a lovely day. It is lovely for inside because number one, we black. Everybody knows if you know Roy G. Biv, darker colors attract more sunlight. Your black ass is absorbing sun rays. So while you out here smoldering, trying to eat your French onion, these white people are 10 degrees cooler than you are. It is a tough sell for us. One thing I hate is sweating while I eat. All right?
See, that's I hate eating outside.
Yeah. I don't want to sweat while I eat. I don't like fighting the elements. It's a baby bird, bitch. You can't have one of my French fries.
It's a mosquito bite.
Come on.
Yeah.
I hate that. I genuinely, but you are not lying. If it's a group of white people, the 60% of them are going to pick outside versus inside. I don't get, and it don't even have to be summer. It can be a nice, crisp fall day. They going to take outside.
Yeah, they got a heat lamp. We're fine.
Yeah. And I'm like,
It'll be like the winter in Pittsburgh.
right. What are we
Yeah.
in the igloo in it? What
We
are
got a
doing?
heat lamp.
You know, now that I hate eating outside, but now that you mention it, when you're walking around New York City, not a lot of black folks sitting outside.
Not, and we're talking about the elements. Don't even get me started. I hate flies. Flies are I don't like, a fly gets in my house, I will fucking demolish my house killing that fucking house fly. I don't like them because flies only land on shit. That's the only thing they land on. So if that means every time they touch some of your house, you got a little speck of shit on your shit. I don't like fucking flies. That's why I don't like eating outside. That's just how it goes.
Because if it lands on your food,
It's just dookie on
You're
your
eating
food.
shit. You're eating dookie.
And I'm going to say something that's going to have to get beeped out, but there's an old black saying, and it's niggas and flies I do despise. That is a real fucking thing. That is an old black saying. That is an old black saying. Yeah, it's real shit. Yeah.
Sounds like an old white saying.
It is. It probably came from white men, but I'm telling you, my grandmama take because every black person, they despise it. That every time she said flies, she's like, niggas and flies I do despise.
I feel like that was a deleted scene from
Django?
Leo DiCaprio in Django. Yeah.
They probably wrote it and he was like, I can't say this. Yeah. But that's a real statement my grandma's always
I think
saying.
it's part of that Chris Rock bit. From Oil.
What about New York dining dining outside in New York? You get a homeless person asking you for change every 10 seconds while you're eating.
Like the 68 bus crashing into you, exhaust.
I saw a homeless guy go up to two ladies together who happened to have short haircuts, and he took their purse and ran away with it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm McDougal.
When I was
It
homeless,
should be cheaper. To
eat
dine
outside?
The dining, I would do it
I
if
like
it's
that.
cheaper. Yeah.
I like that
If
idea.
it's half price if you sit outside on our curb.
I don't know. That's I mean that's not a bad idea.
Why not? Then I'd sit
But
outside.
I also respect the outdoor seating that they have around because, as we talked about last week when I told you I was a man whore getting flown out to Europe to fuck,
Yeah.
I was homeless at the time.
Yeah.
And so some weeks were good where I would book gigs like that, but sometimes I'd be starving, like genuinely just like I'm like I think I'm gonna pass out. And so I would walk past places with outdoor seating and people that would freshly get up, I'd go and scoop like a handful of fries or some chicken tenders that they left, and I would just eat right off the plate. Like I'd scoop it. So it was like a Peregrine Falcon, scoop it and keep
This is
walking.
why I don't dine outside.
Yeah. And I would
Wait,
just
Phil, how are you're from a nice family.
yeah, really nice family.
And then how did you end up homeless in New York City stealing fries?
Because when I first moved to New York, I had this impression that you can only serve one master. So if I'm going to give my all to comedy, how could I ever have a real job, a 9 to 5? Because that means it would take focus away from the comedy.
Okay.
So when I first was getting here and trying to get established and nobody knew me and I could only perform at bar shows, I just wanted to like go all in. And so I had like a little day gig and ended up losing it because I'd be out so late with the comedy. I would show up late. They fired me. And so it got to the point where I couldn't, I wasn't finding jobs and shit. But I also knew I had something in comedy. So I was like, I just got to find a way to stay in New York.
Yeah.
And I also knew, like I said, coming from that good family that I was in, if my parents found out that I was on the streets,
Yeah.
or even sleeping on the train or in the park like I did, they would have made me come home. I was like, absolutely, are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh, they wouldn't like be like, "Hey, can we help you out?" They'd
Never.
be like, "Get the hell out of this city."
Never. My mom told me
You're
that.
ruining
My
your
mama
life."
told me that before I moved here.
Got
She
it.
said, "This is your dream that you're chasing."
Got
She
it.
said, "You have a master's degree." She said, "You have all the tools
Yeah,
in your
you're
arsenal."
homeless with a master's
She said,
degree.
"You have all the tools in your arsenal to be successful. So if you choose not to be, that's not our problem." They're like, because you've made this choice to pursue your dream, so you got to chase it no matter what. We're not here to save you.
Okay.
Well, and there
And I
is
respect that because it also made me I needed that. People who have that outlet make it in New York fucking 3 months, 4 months. No, I'm going home.
yeah.
there is that like romanticizing of that, like sleeping in my car and like doing all these things to make
'Cause
the
all the
dream
stories
happy.
you hear.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense that you would be like that because
Yeah.
I was doing shit like that when I first moved
Right.
here.
You just got here and I was like, I can't. If I tell my mom, she's gonna be like, come home.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind?
I don't
Come
remember the romantic part of eating people's French fries.
home. You ain't never been hungry enough.
I mean, I
know.
slept on a broken futon for 6 months that came with the apartment.
Oh, you were indoors. Cool. Wow. The privilege on that statement. Meanwhile,
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be. Good callback, Turner.
You had a
Yeah.
food
I slept in
sign.
Riverside Park a couple nights, not very often in the summer.
Jesus.
And then I slept on the A and the 2 and 3 train.
No.
Yeah, a couple nights, yeah.
Anything dangerous?
That's a never.
Don't people get like robbed and stabbed sleeping on those
You
trains
see my big
overnight?
black ass? You got to be.
I mean, by other homeless people.
Yeah, but you got to be mighty hungry to tangle with this bear. You know what I mean? Because I ain't no little motherfucker. So, you know what I mean? I don't look like free lunch. You know what I mean? You got to be starving.
no,
free lunch is
like
such a terrifying sentence.
Like
I definitely look like free lunch.
No, that's what I'm saying. Baby, you barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
You are finger licking good, baby. I see you on the train. We coming up.
Heinz tomato
But
ketchup
me,
on
it's
that
like
baby.
you don't know me, but you also was like, it's the what if. Like, he big, he's 6'2", 230. He could be a problem. So,
But you
unless
never,
I'm starving.
you never had like a cop like fucking be like,
They
hey, you
would
gotta
like
wake
tap
up.
the table like
Yeah.
can't sleep, and I would get up and act like I'm sitting up as soon as the train pulled off. Because it ain't like that at every station. So yeah, I mean, but it only happened like a few times. But like on a summer night, I'd sleep in Riverside Park by the water.
How was that? That sounds nice.
It wasn't bad because I drink and party so much. The bars don't close till 4.
Yeah.
I get to the park around 5:30. I got to sleep 3 hours till the sun comes up.
How are you like washing your ass? How are you getting clean?
Not having often. Some nights I didn't wash because you know what I mean. But what I ended up doing is because, like I said, I'm a decent looking fella, handsome, and I was always a whore. So what I did is I would always just anytime I would do a show in a borough, I'd meet one girl. So I had a go bag in every borough. So I'd have underwear, change of clothes, toothbrush, Queens, Brooklyn.
You're like an assassin.
Yeah.
At different women's homes.
Yeah, different women's homes.
Yeah.
So no matter where I stayed, I could get there and take a shower. And all I had to do was
What a
fuck.
survivor.
Yeah, all I had to do was fuck them.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You keep your clothes here, you got to pay the toll.
Hey man,
I fucked some of New York City's ugliest women.
but it all worked out. You're on the
This
number
guy's
one
fucking
podcast
for-
on the internet.
Come on now, special out. You know what I mean?
Fucking for a roof. I love it.
Baby, yeah, it's called homosexual.
I've been there.
All right. Hobosexual might be the name of the episode.
Homosexual.
Patreon subscribers, thank you, everybody. We forgot to promote at the beginning of the show, but anybody who signed up this week, we're going to give you a shout out next week. And all you guys stick around. We're going to be talking more with Ray, and we got one more bonus question for Patreon. But before we get to that, Joe, white lies and dark truths. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? Let us know.
Well, I got two things, and the second one, I don't know how I'm going to say this, but the first thing is you guys are talking about Pizzagate, right?
Yes.
So actually, so what it is, Edgar Madison Welch, a 20-year-old man, arrived at the pizza place and fired 3 shots from a rifle that struck the restaurant's walls, desk, and door. Nobody was injured.
So they just didn't want you to talk.
No.
What?
That fucking
I got silenced.
Fox, they censored you.
John
on Fox.
McCain's whore daughter was
Yeah.
People fucking
lying to
died.
you.
Kennedy. They told me the people died. They cut the tape. These sons of bitches. All right. What's next?
So Phil was saying this quote that his mom used to say,
What was it?
Flies, I do despise.
and then the rest of it is, the more I see
The more I,
like flies.
yeah, that's exactly.
Oh,
what they know.
jeez.
The
So-
more I see, the more I like flies. That is a real saying, though.
So I looked it up, and it's really hard to find, but I see a lot of black people on these forums saying that, yeah, their parents used to say it all the time. Some people are saying that Clarence Thomas said it, but they think it's because it's just an old thing to say.
It is an old black, and I can assure you, it came from a white slave owner at some point. But I've never heard a white person say it because it's that harsh.
And it's used to condemn like riffraff, opposed to what people believe is be more outstanding blacks in your community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
What was that extended edition of it?
Niggas and flies, I do despise. The more I see niggas, the more I like flies.
Oh.
But it's really hard to find anything.
fucking-
It's really
By
hard
the
to
way,
find
it's a
anything.
good time to say this is our Martin Luther King Day episode, everybody.
It's a good time to say this.
You're killing me.
Crazy. That is so crazy.
You know what is so
It's
crazy?
a good time to say this. Martin Luther King Day is ridiculous.
You know what that just fucking triggered a memory of?
What?
Is we were talking about like the grade school that I went to in like music class during Black History Month. We used to learn all of like the slave songs.
Yeah.
And it was
Follow the drinking
good. Yeah, bro. Free at last, free at last.
I don't like him singing none of these, but the thing is, they
I
did
don't-
teach us all that. They taught everybody.
Well, I told you it wasn't 100% black
Yeah.
school. It was half.
Yeah.
And so it was just like a bunch of like.
And all the black people was like, Ray, what the fuck you clapping for?
Me off rhythm though.
Yeah.
Free at last.
Happy birthday to
All right, I want to apologize to the entire African American community.
You ain't got to apologize for me, motherfucker. They know we say it. It's our
At the
saying.
end of every episode, we apologize to a new race. Last episode, it was Japan. That's it. Patreon subscribers, stick around. We got more with Ray. Everybody else,
Stay black.
stay black.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message, 'cause they're up